No one even told me. No one even told me that there was a problem with the sound that whole time. I appreciate you, Isaac. My goodness, I've been talking into nothing this whole time, and no one said a damn thing. So many people came through. We're just sitting here watching, not hearing a damn thing. That's sad. Oh my gosh. Well, I can start from the beginning. It doesn't matter. We're still waiting for Way of the Warrior FC to start. It still hasn't started yet. So, we're still waiting around. We're still waiting around. Hopefully it'll start soon. But I was just going over the UFC 314 card. Looking pretty good. I was thinking Nora Coronoli in the first one. Probably going to stay on the feet. I don't think Haley's going to be able to get Nora to the ground here. The Muay Thai background is really good. All right. And Nora is lopsided in terms of finishes. Only one decision win. Everything else coming by one submission and then 6 knockouts. So leaning heavily on that. And she's only lost to Cavalcanti. And Cavalcanti that's not a bad loss at all. Both of them have losses initially in the UFC. Haley's came from Jamie Lynn Horth, and Jamie Lynn Horth is more of just like a cardio machine, you know? And this matchup's way different. Like, you got a knockout artist that you're going up against, and very lopsided matchup in terms of the rankings, too, at least where the people hold them. So a moderate favorite, but yeah, definitely Nora Coronoli for this one. Tresean Gore, Marco Tulio, and like I was saying in my picks, like Tresean Gore, he is just not active enough on the feet to give Marco Tulio anything to worry about with. Someplace to watch WoW FC. I'm watching it on Fight Pass, sadly, Isaac. So I don't know. I can't help you with that. But the stream hasn't even started yet on UFC Fight Pass. So I don't even know what's up. I'm not sure what's happening here. Why they're lacking. Yeah, I don't know what's up. Kind of disappointing, sad to be honest. Should have been started. I don't know. Maybe I can look at Twitter. It's talking about it. Oh. And search WoW FC and see if they got something. Why hasn't it started yet? Yeah, I'm looking at posts. Is it already started? Like, what's happening? Last prelim just finished? Oh, okay. They're only showing so they're only showing the main card on their, on Fight Pass? What, do they only show the prelims on, like, the website they're selling the pay-per-view or something? Is that what I'm hearing? That kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm seeing highlights now. These two dudes, the black dude in the red shorts and the white dude in the blue shorts, they're going crazy on each other. Yeah, black dude took his back at one point, side kicks to the head, flying front kicks. My goodness, these two were going at each other. Who ended up winning? Red corner. Wow. Miss Moore Iron. Oh, okay. So let me see. I saw that. Was that a? Oh, now we got it. All right, now they're starting it up. Let's go. So they just did. Refresh this real quick. They had. Okay, they just did this one. Who they got coming out next? He's coming out already. Nice. Looks like my boy Yared. Looks like one of the. Yeah, it looks like one of the first professional bouts. Yep. Álex El Mejicano is. Am I saying that right? Is that Mejicano? Sánchez? That's a dope ass name. Alberto del Campo. Alright. Yeah, and the other television company in Spain is online, but not yet on UFC Fight Pass. Alright, yeah, cool. Yeah, not sure where the prelims are, but it's only the main ones. Yes, it started. Alright, cool. Sweet. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into our first bout now. I can, since for some reason Tapology doesn't have any of the fighters listed on it, I'm going to see if I can search up some of these dudes here and get some background, since they're not going to give me the names. This is called scholarly research, gentlemen. That can't be him. 1-2. Is that his record? Yeah. Oh no, that's him. Okay. 1-2. Oh, he's 2 loss streak, sadly. FCR, cage conflict. So he's been bouncing around. Decisions for wins. Got knocked out. Got triangle choked. He's got a Kimura in his Amis. Damn, he's got a lot of Ami fights. This dude is definitely journey. But hey, this is respect. He's a pro fighter. I know, right? 5'7". No info on the weigh-in. Bantamweight. Okay, so we're around a bantamweight. I don't know if this is one. They had a ton of catchweights. Okay, so this is catchweight. So it might be 140, 142 or something. Who knows? My man has got a ton of acne, though. Is that acne or is that freckles? I can't. Is that what? Or are those star tattoos? I can't tell. What are those dots all over his body? You guys see that? Next one, Alberto, was my teacher. Who's, is that the, ooh, Alberto del Campo? Yeah, this dude looks built. Strong body. Alberto del Campo. Teacher, like, he taught you martial arts? Or was he like a school teacher? Because that would be different. Also 1-2. Okay. They both have fought in the AFL. Is this a title? Won a title fight? Oh, that's pretty sick. 4:40 a.m. wake up because I'm excited. Dude, yeah, UFC 314. Time for the land down under to win a belt today, Ben. Isn't that right? Wait, hold on. You're rooting for Lopez. You're rooting against your countrymen. You just reminded me. What are you excited for? You're excited to see your own Australian countrymen get knocked out. That's crazy. Alberto del Campo making his walk out now. I don't know why. This website is really weird. It goes dark after a little bit, and I have to refresh it. But yeah, we got our boy Alberto walking out now. Looking like the shorter fighter. I think Álex is going to have a bit of the reach advantage on his side. While they're doing the last little bits, I'm going to pour my French press for my coffee. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. I'm having coffee too. Is the illegal stream or Fight Pass? It is Fight Pass, my friend. Fight Pass indeed. Introducing Álex Sánchez right now. Both dudes 1-2. Both dudes pretty young too. Though Campo doesn't look 26. He looks a little older. But yeah, looks like a pretty even fight at least. Similar amount of experience for both these guys. Amazing how full that place looks in. It's a 10,000-seater arena. Yeah, dude. They're trying to build up like Spain's MMA base as much as they can and show they can fill these arenas because they're trying to get Ilya in there. Trying to fill a stadium with that man. They can do it too. That would be pretty sick. Definitely. Low-key watching the Masters. Most, not gonna lie, I need my boy oh, you watching golf, homie. I forgot you were into golf. I think I remember you saying that at one point. That ain't me. Respect, though. Okay. turn this down a little bit. All right, both men have been introduced. Corners, they got the corner cams. This is good ass production. This is very good production. They got a ton of Spanish fighters on here. Like, this is all for the Spanish fighters. And, like, they got a Russian, this Brazilian dude. I hope he is as cool as what he looks like. Like, this aura is impeccable. This guy is crazy. It's in Spain, Ben. It's, what is it called exactly? It's, Sevilla. Got a Irish, got a Spaniard, and this is Octagon rep, Ecuador. So we got a lot of good fighters from different countries here. All right, here we go. Round 1. I'll call out Sánchez and Campo. That's how I'll keep it track. Call out the last names. Here we go. España MMA. All right, 1-2 immediately from Sánchez. Starting to get the jab out. Inside leg kick from Campo. Both men. Oh, immediate left hook knocks down Campo. Oh, what big left hook from Sánchez. He hops on top of Campo, throwing down ground and pound. Campo's trying to close distance. Oh, man. Real bad early. Real bad early. No feeling out process for Sánchez. Immediately bolts down. Campo again takes him down when Campo gets back up. Yeah, he's working an overhook from this top half guard, throwing down elbows. Damn early. Yeah, this is really good to have the fight pass coverage, 100%. Great way to build it with the American line. Spins into the Americano when Campo gets up. Campo gets fully up and out, though. He's got Sánchez pinned up against the fence with double unders. But Campo's starting to pummel in. Campo with the outside trip gets Sánchez down. Sánchez trying to pull his hips. But Campo steps over to the back mount. Then transitions to the armbar. Armbar from Campo. He's stretching it out. Big armbar from Campo. He's extending the arm. Sánchez not tapping. He's stepping over the torso now. Oh, man. And he got out. He's in top full guard. No way he did not pop that elbow a couple times. Now he's starting to shoot a triangle. Campo shooting a triangle from bottom. But Sánchez doing a good job stacking. Damn. We are off to the races early. My goodness. Dude, the acne on this guy. What is happening? What are all these spots on him? They aren't in his picture on the website. I wonder what happened. Crazy fight. Yeah, insane fight right now. Insane. Yeah, top half guard for Sánchez, grinding that forearm on Campo's face. Probably taking a breather. Probably needs to take a breather for a second. Big shot to the body and then the head. He's switching head-body. Sánchez, very good. Campo building his base back up. Front headlock now, really good. Just stood right back up. Sánchez wasn't acting quick enough. Front headlock now for Campo. He's thinking about rolling him. Nope, he's spinning to the back. Sánchez getting his arm involved, though. Campo pulled a Kimura, trying to flip him over. He does it. Good Kimura trap. But Sánchez follows him really well. Ends up in top half guard. Yeah, it's one of those two. That's what I thought initially. It could be steroid use. Yeah, that was a great Kimura throw. And he went into the Kimura trap after that to take the back. That's classic. Classic Kimura trap. Good stuff. Now they're back standing. Oh, 3-2. Or 2-3 rather from Sánchez. Lands again. Not as clean as the beginning though. Sánchez definitely used a ton of energy early. Jab from Sánchez. Another jab. Campo just trying to slowly move forward. A little lean back uppercut from Campo. Shoots a takedown on the single leg. Pulls it up and shelves it on the hip. Sánchez gets his leg out. He's going for the ninja choke. Standing ninja choke from Sánchez. It's fully locked in. He's got his chest over Campo. Campo has to bail, but he gets on top from it. Sánchez held on to his head, and when he shot his hips back, Sánchez kind of fell with him, and Campo was able to get on top. That was pretty slick. Good escape. This is definitely going to tire Sánchez out. The fact that he's not finishing Campo in this first round, it looks like Campo's got the grappling advantage by a lot. He's already going to the back. Starting to get in the sit back here, three-quarter mount. Now he's switching. Pulled back, back control. Feeding that rear naked choke. He's starting to get that arm, that hand behind the shoulder. Controlling the other arm with the underhook. And the wrist control. But Sánchez doing a good job. Rolls on top. Yeah, no. Campo's abandoning the back control, like, rear naked choke for arm bars way too much. Way too much. Oh, dude, yeah. I'm gonna... A new mic is definitely the next step, Ben. Let me know if I could turn up the gain or anything and make it louder. If I'm too quiet or anything, let me know. But yeah, a new mic is definitely the next piece. 100%. 100%. Streams are only going to be getting better. Got a few more innovative. Oh, I got to fix my camera a little bit. I'm getting a little peeky peek of the fights off to the right. There we go. Red shorts getting hit now. Yeah, no. It's definitely, if it keeps going and Sánchez has a worse gas tank than Campo, I could definitely see Campo getting a submission, but he's abandoning the back control for arm bars more than I would like. I found that to be a mistake when you keep doing it. Like, after the first time, if you're trying to catch them when they're not expecting it, okay. But if you keep doing that, then they're going to know to escape off the back control. Rather just go for the rear naked choke. Good sacrifice throw there from Campo to end the round. Get on top for a little bit from the top turtle. That's the end of round 1. Good round. Definitely Sánchez's round. 100% because of the knockdown and all the control and strikes landed. But Campo was in there the whole time. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, standing has been, yeah, no. The shadow boxing is going to be constant now. Being like, oh, yeah, no, he just threw the 2-3. No, it's happening now. Yeah, definitely red shorts round. Sánchez got that one for sure. This is going to be the next Pat McAfee show. He wears fucking tank tops too. Now I just need a little gold chain. And I'll be the Pat McAfee of fight companions. There you go. Yeah, beautiful 1-2. Then like a left hook that kind of shoveled up under the rear hand of Campo. But Campo had his moments too. He off-balanced Sánchez at one point. Not a knockdown, but definitely came in with a good blitz. Give me a 1-1-3-2. Fuck no. Oh my god. I had sparring today though. That was a good time. Some great sparring rounds today. Was my main goal of like today's rounds was to work on, once I'm in throwing a combination, coming back out and throwing something, and also ending combinations with kicks more after I'm coming out, or just like doing something to keep my movement going instead of like doing any sort of like posing or anything. That's a bad habit. I'm definitely not trying to. Oh, and not dipping. Ooh, immediately they're throwing hooks. Okay, I accidentally missed the timer. I thought I started it. Oh wow, they're going in. Starting at 4:30. Yeah, they're already scrambling, throwing a lot of hooks early. Campo got Sánchez pushed up against the fence with the underhook. Sánchez already looking more tired. Campo's got a lot of good trips. That's going to be a big problem. Yeah, now he's got the takedown. On top in half guard. Big hook from the top. But Sánchez built his base with the underhook. Flips him over the top with a classic sweep. Oh my goodness. Great exchanges here. Now he's in topside turtle. Double underhook Sánchez. Campo trying to fight the hands. Knee to the thigh from Sánchez. Campo's just holding on to that like bottom turtle Kimura grip. He lets it go though. Starting to build his base back up. But Sánchez getting his hips above him. Trying to find a place to strike. Campo turns back into him. Good job. Back standing into the middle of the cage. Blocked my chat. Oh, 1, 2, 3 from Sánchez lands. Good jab. What's your lay for 314? I don't think you mentioned it in your... I did not mention a parlay, but you know what? After this fight, I'll tell you what my my parlay is. Will you be eating on the Raw announce table too? Oh my gosh. That's a good one. We're going to have to get like a whole new setup. But good takedown from Sánchez. Or was that a knockdown? I looked away for a second. Let me make sure. Yeah, good takedown. Alright. Campo trying to rotate his hips from some sort of submission. Think about armbar. Hammer fist from Sánchez coming in good though. Campo definitely got the better gas tank. I don't know. Sánchez is still working. As long as Sánchez can react like he's still reacting, I'm impressed so far. It's going to be whether once it hits the 2-minute mark and they get standing again, and if Campo gets on top, what does Sánchez look like when he's on bottom at this point? That's going to be the question. But Campo's got to get on top. And Sánchez is doing a really good job of stopping that. But you got Ben's got Lopez, Patty, Silva, Reyes, Hooper, and not Bonk Gang. Fair. I feel like Dumas isn't Bonk Gang anymore, though. He doesn't fight like that anymore. I understand it, though. Ooh, good job. Campos controlling the hand, then going under the guard with an uppercut lead hook. Getting back into the clinch with the underhook is Campo. Now he has a chance. So I was talking about, once it's the 2-minute mark, Campo gets a takedown here. How's Sanchez going to react if he's on bottom? That's the question. But I got the I can get a 314 pulled up, and I'll throw together a little lay. Get it ready. We'll talk a little bit. We'll have a conversation. Another good toss backwards from Sanchez. Right into the back mount. Right into the back mount. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Got 2 hooks in. Threatening the choke now. Sanchez looking pretty tired. He's trying to get that arm across. It's not completely under the chin. Oh, he switched it to the other side. It's under the chin. He's got palm to palm. And he taps. What I say once that 2-minute mark hits. What's going to happen once he gets that takedown? Good job by Campo. Hey, was that Isaac? Who, that was his teacher? Where my boy Isaac at? My boy Alberto. Isaac, your teacher just fucking whooped him. Good job. And he fucking survived that storm, getting knocked down badly in that first round. Yeah, I'd be pissed too if I fucking went that first round like that and then tapped in the second. That would suck. It's like bonk, like boot, like boonk. Oh, no, I was definitely not on Twitter in 2012, 2013. I only got on Twitter like 2 years ago, maybe. I was on MMA Twitter like 4 years ago for like 6 months, and then I got off. I was like, meh. But now I'm back on it. But I'm not really talking with him. I'm talking with people in MMA Twitter that I think are cool and chill. And I'll follow them back and stuff. It's fun like that. And then sharing my stuff. But now let's look at a little lay. A little lay. I think the first one, a good one, Marco Tulio. Obviously a huge favorite, but he's kind of your anchor, you know? He's what's keeping that shit locked down. So I'd say Marco Tulio is a good bet for one leg of the parlay. I'd say Julian Erosa is a good leg of the parlay. I don't think Darren Elkins at this point is going to be a threat. That's probably a little risky of a leg. Chase Hooper's not even worth it at negative 900, sadly. Yeah, Bunk would just walk into McDonald's or whatever and just ran a fake Robin shit. Look, I wonder. I never heard about that. Yeah, they're announcing the winner now. And I would put Verna Jandaroba. I think Verna Jandaroba has a really good chance of winning. I think these are fantastic odds to throw her in the parlay with. Yeah, I wouldn't put Chase Hooper. It's not even worth it. And then man, my boy, calm down. It's not even close to eating. Sorry about him yelling at into the mic. But I'd put one more leg and I'd call it a day. I'm just trying to figure out the best one here. For me, it's either Reyes. It's either Reyes or Rodriguez for me. I feel like those are the two. I think Rodriguez is a really good. I think stylistically, this is his matchup to win. Probably Reyes, though. Reyes is probably the good bet. I'd probably put Reyes in there just to have a little... Mainly because of this price. Underdog for Reyes at this point with Krylov, how long he's been out, and the style matchup and the fact that I don't think Krylov as defensively sound as he should be. I think Reyes is a good call here. So you have an underdog to, like, you know, finish that parlay up and make up the fact that Marco was a minus 500. That's... Boom. That's the lay. That's the lay. Oh, no. I appreciate the lore. I appreciate the lore. Now I understand. He went on a podcast and host said, yo, are you good? And then gets up and leaves stuck in the fence stand. Oh, my gosh. Passes out standing, leaning on the wall. That's crazy. My goodness. I'm glad we have the lore now. But... Great win. Great win from Campo. They're giving these guys a lot of mic time, too. That's another good thing. These guys know what's up. This is a good promotion. I was not expecting... This is only their 18th event. I was not expecting this to be that good. I was expecting, like, FFC level production. I didn't realize this was in a whole ass arena and great production. People of all ages. They got kids in the crowd. They got families in the crowd. That might be the fighters' family, actually. That's probably why they went to them. Duh. But this is a good arena. They got it packed. Start of the main card, so yeah, good job. We're getting our next fighters coming out, though. Let me see. What do we got next? Sara Viéitez versus Judit Cantero. All right, yeah. Judit Cantero, 0-2. Ooh, versus Sara Viéitez. Looks like they're showing highlights from their previous fight. Looks like in the previous fight they got like the same. They both got Venom shorts on. I guess this promotion may have a deal with Venom. Might be why they got a decent bit of money. Yeah, they got like the WoW logos on them, so they already got their own. They already got their own like uniforms and everything, which is surprising. You don't see that very often. You don't see that very often. Under 18 MMA fights like underage clubs. Yeah, no, honestly. Yeah, pacing a little slow, but it is pretty high quality. Yeah, the pacing is a little slow. I would have thought because once they did start up the card, the fighters came out really quick. But yeah, I thought they were going to start the next fight pretty immediately, but they haven't yet. I think the pacing is pretty good. They raced through the main card of WoW 17 in just over an hour. Damn. Well, they're building their lore, you know. They're building the WoW lore. So they gotta go over what just happened recently on last episode of Dragon Ball Z. Octagon might have got through 2 fights in that time with all the paper throwing. Oh my god. Dude. That's too funny. Like the paper airplane contest they have? Is that what you were referencing? But yeah. Octagon has a good enough pace for like the production and the quality of fights they put on. Like it's always like really entertaining fights on Octagon in my opinion. So I appreciate it. Octagon got a monkey though, so we don't judge. 100%, bro. The monkey carries the cards is the thing. The monkey carries the cards. The way he's just aura farming in the background, like hanging over the cage, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Ooh, that was a bad headbutt in this highlight they're showing with the takedown. My goodness. I'm sad I missed the prelims. If I would have known there were prelims, I would have started this a bit earlier and watched it. Yeah, Octagon is the best quality in Europe, though, and one of the best in the world. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's definitely the best one in Europe. Easily. Although, this is, if they keep up this level of quality with this promotion, and they get some good fighters, because obviously first 2 fights on the main card, it's not like it was a good fight, but it's like 2-1-2 guys. But now they already got his record up 2-2. Damn, they changed that quick. But you know, hopefully they get some higher because they got another set of fighters here with 2 losing records. So you want to see a little bit more fighters you can get hype about. Good quality fighters in the main event. You know. So that's my only thing, but they're obviously building it up, and I think they're doing a great job so far from the first fight I've seen. So still got more to go though. Still got more to go. Oh yeah, I forgot. How's that poll going? You know what? Before I die, I'm doing a fucking Octagon card as the monkey as a surprise guest. Dude, got to. Dang. I was about to say with the poll, it looked like it was 100% Gene Silva, but someone went against the tie. 3 votes so far. Yeah, I'll keep that one up for a while, actually. Keep that one up for a hot minute. Damn, they're still playing. They're still playing stuff from previous cards. They need to get these next guys out. Okay, now they're covering the fight that just happened. Actually haven't listened to the audio. Are they actually talking over these, or is it just highlights? Oh yeah, no, it's just highlights with vibe music in the background. Understood. Brave tends to be quite good too, but that's another that can drag because they stop to praise the Bahrain royalty between every fight. Damn, I hope Holto turns up to Contender Series dressed as the monkey. Oh shit. Oh my god. I hate that I missed 69. I think that was Octagon 69, right? That he fought. Hold on one sec. Let me get it out. Octagon 69. Yeah. I cannot believe what that man did. That's an insane thing to do. This card was bananas. I hate that I missed it. Yeah. Then this guy who is chasing the foot. Oh my god. Yeah, this was a meme card for sure. It was a big old meme card. My goodness. Online, the Silva-Mitchell matchup is so divided on opinions. I don't remember it being so back and forth with predictions with other fights recently. You missed a really odd post-fight scrap of that. I've seen the clips, Horrocks. That's insane. That's like even worse than what Adesanya did. 100% it's worse than what Adesanya did to Paulo Costa. Because Adesanya, he may have like did multiple humps, but they were like light tap humps. My man kissed the back of his neck, then hard humped him, and then he chased his ass after. That was nuts. I cannot believe homie did that. Yo, imagine Octagon making a signing from the UFC and Jordan Levitt at the end of the card rips the monkey suit off and hits the splits as an announcement. Dude, Jordan Levitt in the monkey costume would be crazy because he does the splits and stuff. But no, you're right about the Silva-Mitchell matchup as well being so split. And I understand why it's split, actually. I think Mitchell's grappling threat is a massive, massive threat. Like, Silva could definitely get caught up in that. I think it's a big risk with Silva. I don't even think it's a fight you should bet on, personally. They're two dudes that are... yeah, and his name is the Monkey King. You're right. I forgot about that. He's also just... He's tested, but he's not, like, super tested to the point where, oh, you know he's going to be able to defend a grappling of a guy who's like Bryce Mitchell. So, yeah, that's why I wouldn't even bet on that. I'm picking Silva because I do think that the chin could crack, but if it gets on the ground and it's round 2.5, like it's halfway through round 2, similar to what we saw here already, could be very dangerous for Silva. Could start getting tired if it's definitely high-paced grappling. Mitchell is going to have a lot of trouble with that one. That's what I am predicting for that, indeed. Hopefully we get this next fight started soon. Now we just got a camera on the octagon. I don't know why we're hesitating here. Need to go ahead and get this party started, in my opinion. Man, let me see. What other good fights on 314? Let me ask the crowd, the small crowd we got here, who we think the sleeper fight of the night is. I think Gene's footwork in his takedown defense because he gets you out of place as the takedown aggressor, makes you pay with aura. Oh, 100%. Aura is definitely a factor in this fight, and that's a problem. It's a big problem. Mitchell's been trying his best to aura farm too this week, though. The press conference with Mitchell, that was pretty good. He had some good lines. I will give him that. He was definitely holding his... I will say Mitchell does look locked in. He does not look intimidated by Silva, and I will say that impressed me. Mitchell is definitely not a coward. I would never call him a coward. Homie was not scared of any of Silva's antics. Was not stuttering or nothing like that. I'm impressed. I will say Mitchell did have a bit of aura there. I'll give him a little bit of credit. That's a little bit of credit from me. But another sleeper fight on this card. If Krylov has like a really good chin and like still has it, especially with the break, that's the one thing with the break that you can maybe think that could help, that maybe his chin has, been really unrocked for a good amount of time and he's going to be able to take some damage. I could see Krylov and Reyes turning into a really good fight, Since the spear, I promise you I haven't even looked at a clip from any UFC press conference. Those things are stanky now. 100%, bro. 100%. 100%. They are not as good as what they used to be because people, you can tell. So like it's a weird psychology, right? You can tell people are purposely trying to entertain the crowd, but it's like everyone knows like the gimmick or the antic that they're playing into. They know what they're doing. I think Joel Alvarez is on the program, if I'm recognizing him correctly. It's kind of dark, but yeah, I think they got Joel Alvarez in there. Looks like the stadium's kind of empty right now, actually. I will say. Connor influence, 100%. And, like, you don't have enough people that are trying to be themselves, but trying to be themselves in an entertaining way. You got maybe some people that are good at that. I think Bryce Mitchell absolutely pushes it too far, but he is himself. You know, he is himself. Colby Covington is a example of it's just not. It's weird. It's not. It gets headlines for like the most annoying reasons. It's not like it was some epic moment that you're gonna like look back on and be like, oh, you remember when he said that and then he knocked him out in the fight? Yeah, it's like just nothing like that nowadays. And Sean O'Malley just cannot perform in a press conference either. That's the sad thing. It's like they built up Sean O'Malley, who's a really fun fighter to watch, very fun fighter to watch, but not good on the mic. Cool on the podcast and like chill, and, like funny in an online way, but not really in a UFC press conference kind of way. I mean, I always saw through Kobe shit like a lot of people I know, but it seems like the fans are so spectrum heavy. Sometimes they just eat it up. 100%. 100%. It's been WWEified a little too much. You got to remember, WWE is inspired by what the fighters do. It's not that fighters need to be inspired by WWE. You know? Like, that's how I feel about it, at least. Like, the whole point of the WWE is, like, it's not real. It's more so about telling a story and entertaining. But fighting in general should just be that naturally, because it is fighting and it's a very dangerous thing. And that you should be able to just play off of that, but you know. O'Malley was my favorite fighter for years, and I would get cooked because how cringe he was on the mic. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, no. It's hard to be an O'Malley fan sometimes, bro, because he has one of the best styles to go against. One of the best styles, 100%. They got good promo for the main event right here. It's good quality. Antonio Fofirca. I'm going to have to check out his tap when I get a chance. Even though you can gamble on it. Yeah. Spoiled cat. Come here. Come here. Oh, big boy. Big boy. But, yeah. Tough to watch some press conferences nowadays. There's some good interviews here and there. There's definitely good interviews, you know. But could be better. Could be better. It comes in waves, though. It'll get better eventually. You just gotta take it as it comes. But let me look up. I actually do want to look up the guys in the main event because they have decent records. And they're both young. I think they are now. Okay, yeah, we are getting to the next fight. But while we're waiting for the two ladies to come out, I'm going to kind of look up these dudes. We got Nacho, Campos. Oop. No results found. That's weird. What if I just put Campos? Oh, wait. It's glitching. Okay. Love Tapology. There we go. Even though you can... Lopez hair always pissed me off, though, if we're being open and honest about it. This pacing is fucking ass. What the fuck? Yeah, no, they're being very silly with the pacing at the moment, but that's okay. We'll get through it. They're at least introducing... Well, not introducing them in the octagon, but they're pulling up all their stats and stuff. Looks like they're going to be bantamweight. And one of them's an octagon vet, so you know she's here to fucking throw down, you know what I'm saying? She's got a neck tattoo. Alright, Nacho Campos. Oh, what is his nickname? The King or something? Because he's got a crown. It's not listed. 5'10", 145, 68 inch reach. Pretty average. One PFL loss. Okay, he was in the Face Ibrahimov. Okay. Some decent competition he's gone against. At least in his most recent fight. But first time he got against someone really good, he lost. It's a unanimous decision, too. Homie's undefeated still. Yeah. Alright. So we got a PFL vet. So he's probably locked in incredibly hard since that. But then, and he's 28 years old. And then our boy over here, Henry Escalona, is 22. Spanish Prince, I don't know. That's my guess, though. The Spanish Prince is pretty fire. Spanish Prince is pretty fire. Because everyone wants to be a king. Like, why don't you get some bitches and be a prince? You know what I'm saying? 5-0 from Ecuador. If I'm reading that flag correctly. Venezuela. I'm so silly. It's Venezuela. Ecuador's looks very similar. Bro's name is Nacho. Yeah, dude. Like, Nacho, the Spanish Prince Campos, that's pretty dope. 5-0. Most guys making their debut are just a couple fights in. All finishes, though. A lot of ground and pound. One flying knee. Looks like this guy TKOs. Shorter. Definitely looks like more of a grappler. No reach available here. Also a featherweight. Very interesting. El Niño, the boy. The boy. They must have been told to slow it down after the last card. They didn't show the fight after this on the upcoming then either. Just 4 fights. Huh. Wonder what happened. Interesting. Oh well. That's cool. But I like this. Homie's got his little stuffed dinosaur. Wonder if that's like for his little sibling or something. I don't recognize any of the... For some reason, I kind of recognize Legion MMA. I feel like I heard of that one. I don't think I've heard of any of these other promotions. Maybe Strike Warrior I've heard of. Okay, now we're getting to the promo for the next fight. Not gonna lie, she's pretty. Sara, Viéitez. Yeah, no, she's pretty. Would. Alright. Let's get into the records here. I know that they don't have a ton of experience. Sara, Viéitez. Oh, wow. Actually popped up. Nice. She's got the pro picture. Look at this nice quality picture on the Tapology page. That's Brazilian with the Indian headdress, too. I hope it's not been canceled. No, not that guy. That was what I was most excited about. I was so hyped for that dude to come out in the whole fucking headdress. Damn, that sucks. He better not be fucking canceled. He better still be fighting. They don't even have like this fight listed at all in Tapology. We'll say. I do remember Hexagon MMA. I do remember this. Okay, so that's a decent promotion. It's a decent little promotion. She lost though. Got a ground and pound finish. Got choked out. No submission finishes though. Okay. So not too much of a submission threat over here. Then we got... Who's on the other side? Judit Cantero. Judit Cantero. Oh, nothing? What is she, 0-2? Oh, here she goes. Oh, yeah, she's pretty. Not Judit. What's not the other girl? No offense. No offense. No offense! Ew, chick fight. No way, Jose. I'm sexist. I'm not allowed to watch. Yeah, you're not allowed to watch. Gosh, get out. Oh my god, Ben. Oh my god. You're super sexist, actually. Oh, and she's lost also by submission. Well, hey, this is going to be a stand-up affair, it seems like. Because both these girls don't like getting submitted. So I think we're going to be at least looking at a stand-up fight. That's what I'm thinking. And I think, I mean, they seem like finished or be finished fighters. That's the thing about regional women's MMA. A lot of them do finish to be finished, like an octagon. Crazy. Verlos reaction, oh wow. I wish I could speak Spanish. Usually women's MMA hater too, but gotta admit that Invicta was insane a couple weeks ago. I need to watch Invicta because they at least, I mean, they're gonna put on, you know, the better women's MMA fights because obviously it's their thing and stuff. But damn, bro, they're still playing promo for these girls. Like, can we get them out here? You know what I'm saying? We'll get them in soon. If it's not Dejeva, my balls are in my pants and my eyes are on my phone. There was some fighter on Ariel Helwani's show who was asking about Dejeva, saying that he loves her and that he would like love her forever. He didn't say anything sexual or anything. He said that I think he said he was like really attracted to her and like would love her forever. So beautiful. Basco for his Fofirca prediction. Is that our? Oh yeah. Oh, that's the co-main. Oh, I don't know, man. These guys are making debuts. I would not be able to. I definitely cannot predict. I have not watched their amateur careers. Let me see. Maybe I can look up their amateur stuff. So, hey, Zeus, Basco. Okay, making his pro debut. Also, the ladies are making their walkout now. So let's see. Oh wow. Okay. Been finished by submission. He's gotten his own submissions though. Okay. He definitely shored that up. Looks like he was in a little tournament here at some point. Yeah, he was in a tournament. Okay. I take oh, and he was in Fusion Fight League at one point. I take tournament stuff like that's pretty high up on mine. Like being able to fight a few times in one day, that's pretty good. Isn't she in a relationship, Decheva? I hope not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happily engaged. But yeah, no, Decheva probably gets a lot of people trying to ask about her. Antonio Fofirca. Antonio Fofirca. Let's see. What is his compare? I just cook fantasy. There are bedtime sessions where she shows her. Yeah. Hey, Ben, that's all you, bro. That's all you, Ben. Have fun with that. He had more fights. Basco, yeah. Nah, it definitely looks like they're similar. Unless there's a lot of things that aren't listed on Basco's. A lot of submissions on his side. Mostly rear naked chokes. A triangle choke at one point. Alright, and then the height and reach. No availability on the height and reach. Do we even know weight class here? Lightweight 155, so around 155. And then who were we on? Basco before? It was Jesús Basco. Jesús Basco. Let's see. He's 6'1". Is this a 6'1" lightweight? Oh, he last weighed at 170. Is this a catch weight at 170? Basco is a black belt. Fofirca has a good striker, good fight. Fofirca being a good striker though, he's got a lot of submissions, so he looks like he could have like a good MMA base. Okay, I'm not sad. Let me chill. It's just 5 a.m. Call me and bong. It's wild and too soon. Yeah, you're crazy, Ben. I can't believe you're that horny this early. It's okay. I mean, if you're that horny, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm not judging at all. Do your thing, But, oh, man, I want to know what weight this is at. It's a catch weight. So if it's a catch weight, I might lead toward Basco. I think Basco is probably going to win. Yeah, that's just me, like, get off of vibes, though. Like, I don't know these people. Okay, I'm not watching this while I'm watching golf. Tell me if there's some wardrobe. You're crazy, man. Although Sara also looks good in her fight kit, I will say. Damn, I hope Renato Valente isn't canceled. That would suck. Although it's a Russian fighter and a Brazilian fighter, I could see some visa issues. I could see that. You never know. Probably some visa issues. She's got like Brian Ortega 2.0 in her corner over there with the man bun. Irish little McGregor wannabe is fucking everyone at golf. There's a McGregor wannabe in the golf world who like talks shit in an Irish accent, because if so, that's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. All right, but we're getting into our second fight of the main card here. Sara Viéitez getting wiped in. I'm gonna close my door. Cat non-stop yelling. My other cat is like just super chill and does not yell at all. My other one is just completely food motivated, so it happens. I think this is for some reason they do red corner first to walk out? No, they got both out. All right. Sara Viéitez, Judit Cantero. No, he's actually really nice, but he is Irish. Damn. So you can't be mad at him. Sucks. If only he was a piece of shit, then you can just yell at him. Oh, dang. Judit Cantero getting the crowd hyped. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Showing a lot of crowd cam here. Oh, now they're introducing Sara. Definitely looks like Judit has a... It's only a slight height and reach advantage. It's not even that much. Like 4 centimeters. Right? Is that what it is? No, 1.6 meters, so she's 0.04 meters taller. And like a little bit shorter in length, but really not at all. I'd get kicked out of the PGA fan section so quick. Oh, Ben, you would be belligerent in a PGA section, bro. There would be so many old people turning around and looking at you. It'd be so funny, though. That'd be funny to... That would be a cool bro trip. Like, you're going to some town where you can get in for cheap tickets to some PGA thing. And just wait till the end to be belligerent. Because you'll never go to one again unless you want to. That would be actually a pretty fun thing to do. Get banned from PGA events for life. That'd be pretty awesome. All right, both ladies met in the middle, touch gloves. We're going to begin to our first round. We got to finish in our first fight of the card. Let's see if our second fight with these ladies will also end in a finish. I think Judit has been submitted in both her losses, and I think Sara lost by decision, maybe lost by submission first. All right, get into our first round. Sara closing distance early in the southpaw. Judit misses the outside leg kick in the orthodox. Little rear hook from Sara lands. Backing Judit up, but she circles off the fence. Very nice. Yeah, this definitely looking like a strike. 1-2! Landed by Judit. Already stumbles Sara a bit there. Very good 1-2. Southpaw orthodox is going to make it a little bit better. All right, takedown shot by Sara. I was thinking if anyone was going to have the grappling advantage, probably Sara, with Judit having the 2 submission losses. Goodness gracious. All right, big takedown. Massive takedown from Sara. Absolutely ragdolled Judit. Slammed her to the ground. That's going to be big points for that takedown. She's already isolating the far arm of Judit. Looking like she's going to be hunting a submission here. Looking like she might be going back to the hips for an arm triangle. But she's trying to cut to the side where the fence is. It's going to be a lot harder to get to the arm triangle on that side. She's rotating her a bit. Still's got the arm triangle opportunity. Steps over into leg weave. Now going over to the back. Yeah. Sara just swarming Judit. Now she's in full mount. We're going to see a finish early, I think. All right, double unders from the full mount. Cherry vining. Or grape vining. Spreading Judit's legs out. Pause. Judit just trying to keep Sara close to her so she can't posture up, throw any strikes. But Sara's starting to break free of the grips. Starting to posture up in this full mount. Judit trying to grip across the chest. All right, big shots now raining down from Sara. Trying to isolate an arm for an Americana. She's got the lock in. Doesn't have the rotation. Judit might give up her back to escape it. Nope, Sara let go. Throws more strikes from the full mount, throwing elbows. Big hooks from the top from Sara. Judit not showing any urgency to wall walk off the cage, to buck her off. Nothing from Judit so far. Yeah, Sarah's just swarming her. And, like, getting a, what's it called, a gift wrap every so often. Switching to an armbar! Trying to hitchhike her. No way. Yeah, no, that armbar was too easy. Too easy. That's 3 submission losses for Judit. Massive hole in her game. Massive, massive hole in Judit Cantero's game. Yeah. Great finish from Sara, though. Great finish. Going on to 2-2. Massive hematoma on Judit and cut under her opposite side eye. Sara just absolutely swarmed her once you got to the full mount. That was definitely disappointing from Judit. No disrespect. It is what it is, but you hate to see that. You can't have that kind of hole in your game. Not in this day and age. Probably set up for Sara to win, but you know, at 1 and 2, what's a setup really? You know, what's a setup? But obviously she worked on the grappling. I think Sarah's been submitted herself, is the thing. So good for her to kind of get her own submission. Very good. Well, hopefully they don't. Man, hopefully we don't get a lot of hang time because it was a very fast first round finish. I hope we don't have to wait a long time. And I hope they still have Prikaza versus Valente. I'm going to be really upset if they don't have the headdress. Dude, that's a massive, massive bruise on her head. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Let me check on. Dang, 7 votes so far in the poll. It is now shifted to Bryce Mitchell. Shifted to Bryce Mitchell. Very interesting. We're going to keep that poll up. I'm going to see that. I want to see how it evolves throughout the day. I want to see what the final result is so we can get more numbers. Because the fact that we got already leaning toward Bryce Mitchell and then he's an underdog today, it's going to be interesting. People are going to make a lot of money on that Bryce Mitchell-John Silva fight. I'm telling you. So either on either side, someone's going to. Yep. All right. Let me see. Do they interview them in English or do they interview them in Spanish and translate? Let me listen. Maybe we can get a translation. I do want to hear what Sara has to say. Seems like she's going to be a recurring character. But she's 31, dude. Like, why are we getting girls that just turned 30? No offense, but like, it's just a fact. Like, it's harder to build a career starting at that age. You can fight quickly, but you're going to run into some 20-something-year-old, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Oh, shit. Nope. My bad. But we got this. She can come back. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe she'll have an amazing career. Maybe she'll make it to the UFC. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But I wish we would see more talent being pushed at a younger age, I guess. That's just me. I need to fix my camera, make sure. Just want to fix it to where it's coming up to the edge. Alright, there we go. I fixed it. Making sure I don't want to get copyright struck or anything. Talking about any names in mind. Saying whatever she wants. Well, hopefully she gets back in there quick. You gotta build up a record a little bit quicker, I think, at this age. But she beat a 33-year-old. You know, that's good. Not fighting like anyone that's like super old or anything. Dang. Everyone was trying to fight. Apparently they were saying they were about a ton of like trouble finding an actual opponent for her. No one wanted to fight her. I wonder if it's over. Sara submitted her in the first round. So Judit now is 0-3 with 3 submission losses. That is now Judit Cantero's fate, sadly. It's tragic, but it happens. It's tragic, but it happens. Okay. Now we got some interviews going on. Is this translated? Oh yeah. Okay, I think they're speaking Spanish and then they're translating. I guess this might be the promoter that they're interviewing. Oh, they're not translating it. The record is beyond bad. Yeah, dude. That's a rough one. I wonder if they already updated Campos on the website. I wonder if they haven't updated Sara's on the website yet. Alrighty. Come on, Daniil Prikaza. Valente. Don't be canceled. I need to see that headdress walk out. I'm going to be super disappointed if I don't get to see it. Because then we're going to go straight to Álvarez Begley, which I think is literally going to be like the same thing. And I think Álvarez is going to win with this reach and the youth. I can look up the records real quick while we're waiting, because I don't think we're getting the Prikaza Valente fight. We'll see. Hopefully they start walking up. Oh, he said, here we go. Maybe we're... Oh, yeah, they're going again to the ladies. Damn, the Valente fight is canceled. Oh, that's so lame, bro. Alright, Aitana, Pitbull, Álvarez. We still got an octagon fighter, though. Like, that's the thing. The regional women's MMA fights, they still end in finishes. And that's cool with me. Like, she looks crazy. She looks like she chokes you in the bedroom. 100%. That's scary. 5'6", 66-inch reach at flyweight. Not terrible. Not terrible stats. Good walkout song. Mostly decision wins, couple of knockout, a lot of decision losses. So she's very hard to finish. Very hard to finish, as is a lot of these octagon fighters. So, oh, they got a flex cam, bro. They got a flex cam. They're putting the cam on people in the crowd and flexing. Oh my god, this is cringe. Uh-oh, they got the kid flexing now. Oh, shit. This is so ridiculous. Okay. Very big record, though. 7-8. I mean, it's a lot of experience. A lot of the losses coming early in the career. Okay? So, but then a few losses recently. As soon as she moved over to Octagon, it got a lot more difficult. Fair enough. And UAE Warriors has a lot of good fighters. So she was fighting on good promotions. NBA sort of camp. Dude, 100%. This is a NBA cam through and through. The dance cam. Oh, wait. No, she flexed. It says dance cam, but they still got the arms flexing. Come on. What happened to the good production? Damn, she had some muscle. For real. She did have some muscle, though. Oh, homie here is kind of ripped. Got shredded. And then she started dancing, and then they took off dance cam. What are these bitches doing? Oh my god. Now they got it on another lady. Oh my god. Oh man, through the 1-2? They got the kid doing the 1-2? Not the coming into focus. Catching people when they're not even expecting it. Oh, they got someone from the UK that came all the way in to watch this. Oh my gosh. Masculinity at his best, the fucking commentator just said. That's too funny. Oh wait, I think we may have watched her at some point. Did I watch Octagon 6? Yeah, we watched Octagon 67. Yeah. So who did she fight against? Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, well, I know Álvarez has a lot of experience. Confuse them a bit more. Add some kiss cam as well. For real, one of them's flexing and the other one's trying to come in for a kiss. And then she just gets like super, like, what? Why are you trying to kiss me? Immediate way to start a fight. 100%. Deirdre Begley. Deirdre Begley. Dear D. Begley. Oh, thank God. She has a shortened version of her name. Dude, so many of the Irish fighters do this fucking pose. Exactly this. 60-inch reach at flyweight? No way she wins this. She trains out of SBG. I mean, good for her. That's cool. There's no way, though. 5'3" at 60-inch reach. Álvarez has fought really good competition. She's fought in PFL. Who did she fight in PFL, though? Oh, no. No, we're... Nah, yeah. I'm going with Álvarez. 5 fight loss streak. Yeah, no, I'm going with Álvarez 100%. Álvarez is getting that losing record turned back into a winning record. That's me, for sure. Yeah, I think for the next 3 fights, I got Álvarez, I got Basco. And this one, I don't know. I don't know what the main event. The main event's kind of hard to predict. They did a good job with that matchup, it seems. There's a lot of editing problems on this website, by the way. It doesn't have the period here. Random links that don't lead to anything. Like, what is this? Is this supposed to enhance the picture? Because it's not what this does. So, yeah, it's a pretty bad loss streak. Some decent competition, but not anything to be worried about. Oh, we got a... Oh, they're already talking about WoW. Look at this. They're already talking about WoW 20 on June 7th. Oh, man. See, I get so happy when I see a smaller promotion do at least okay. I mean, that now the stadium's starting to fill in a little bit better. But, man, the GFL canceling their events and completely, like, getting, everyone's calling them a scam. Everyone's saying, oh, they fucked over all these fighters. Like, they all thought that this was going to be a paycheck for them. Now you canceled the first 2 events. The draft was fake. It wasn't even a real draft. They had pre-picked a lot of this. So, man, GFL is something else. I cannot imagine letting that happen. That is insane to me. GFL fucked up bad. GFL fucked up real bad. Because now, they let us know that their financial contributor didn't pay up. And also, people have lost faith. Even if they're being genuine about wanting to do an event, they are trying to actually do an event and pay the fighters. They've lost so much credibility now. So much credibility has been lost. That's going to be super hard to come back from. That's going to be really, really, really hard to come back from. So, and I watched the draft live, and the characters they had on that desk, it felt like a reality show. It felt like the after hours after you watch the reality show and they do like a recap show. That's the vibe that I got from it, and people are pointing this out, but whenever they showed the cut to Sage Northcutt and him doing the live reaction to his announcement, it's like you realize, oh, that wasn't real. I was impressed with how good the idea was. It was only last week we were talking about it in our one Discord, and then it's gone before it started. I was excited for it too. That's the thing, is they sold something really good. And you know what? People made fun of them for the AI video that they did for the promo and the AI song. And plenty to make fun of, and perfectly fine to make fun of. You should make fun of it. But it gave them attention. And sometimes you want negative attention to get people talking, but sometimes you don't want negative attention. Like, you don't want this negative attention that's currently happening. But the AI video is goofy, but it got people aware of the promotion. And then the live draft thing, it was cool. It sucks that it was fake, but I liked the idea. It made it a lot more exciting, but they didn't advertise the draft well. Like Ariel Hawani pointed that out. I was like, does anyone remember this being announced, or like links being pushed out? Like, just people like, hey, like, watch the draft. Like, they weren't doing that. They were making a lot of mistakes too along the way. So I really liked it. I liked the idea. Some of the fighters obviously were too old. Some were too old. I didn't listen to the walkout song, but dude, I have the UFC 4 soundtrack downloaded into my mind. So anytime I hear a UFC 4 soundtrack song, bro, that shit triggers me. Um, but yeah, I'm disappointed because matchups like Tony Ferguson, Dylan Dennis, something genuinely. It's a bit of a meme fight, but it's something to genuinely be excited about. You know, Uriah Faber, Hanan Barrow, that's an exciting fight. There, Chris Weidman and Luke Rockhold, that's an exciting fight. They had tons of exciting fights they were going to be able to make, but it was bad businessmen behind all of it. So that's the disappointing part of it. But we got our ladies in the octagon. We're going to get to our first round here soon. They're making their announcements now. Oh, man. But yeah, super disappointing. I was really looking forward to GFL, actually. I was really looking forward to it. I'm going to be honest. Because it was a new promotion that a lot of people were going to view, so obviously it would help me also grow the community because it's like, oh, we're all going to sit and watch and talk about this. And it was crazy. I know you all saw... oh, wait, no. Alvarez is walking out now. I know you all saw Don Davis getting mad at Ariel Helwani for talking about like the fact that PFL and GFL have both been fucking up lately, and then like Ariel Helwani coming back with a scathing reply. Like these promotions are getting mad that people are promoting their stuff and talking about like the facts of what's happening. And they're like saying, "You're making us look bad." It's like, well, you're fucking up, and like your fighters are complaining. So, what do you expect the journalists to say? Yeah, that's how I feel about it, at least. Just Shazammed it and looked it up. It's Mount Everest by Labyrinth. Only just finished playing it, so that's why it stuck out. Dude, I'm on PC. I don't have my console anymore, so I can't play any of the UFC games. I would be streaming UFC like a fucking madman. I would literally be doing in between fights. I thought about it for this stream, but I didn't really. It'd be a lot harder. I have like an emulator for Pokemon, and I was like gonna play some hard ass version of Pokemon like in between fights, maybe to pass time. But honestly, playing UFC 4 or something would be a good thing to like just pull up to the side and just play that like while we're waiting for the next fight to start. That would be chill as fuck, and I could play chatters at the same time who want to come in. That would be sick, but they don't have it on PC. That's what's fucked up. So hopefully they put that shit on PC soon. Hopefully they put it on PC. That would be nice. Alright, D. Begley getting announced now. 30 years old versus Alvarez at 25. Alvarez, man, if she gets on a little win streak, she's still young enough to where she can make something. Because in women's MMA, the actual record doesn't matter as much. I finished career mode 2.5 times on UFC 4. Ben, that is insane. I did not play career mode hardly at all. I played it one time on UFC 3. But I didn't really care after that. I like playing online. I'm a big... People are gonna... Y'all are both gonna judge me super hard for this. I'm a Bruce Lee main. Obviously. Sadly. I know I'm gonna get so much hate for even saying that, even admitting that. But I'm a Bruce Lee main. I try not to spam. I try to use everything. Alright, I don't spam. I try to use every tool they give you. Except for the grappling. Obviously. I'll try to use what grappling I can with Bruce Lee. Stormzy song, Audacity, is the best song on the soundtrack by far. Nice. Nice shout out. Alright, they're getting the two ladies into the middle. Oh, Alvarez cut her hair off. She's got the whole side shaved. She's got the mandala. Alright, round one. Here we go, here we go. Cage doors closed, still don't have PSN, just scrap offline with the boys. Yeah, for real. It's still, it's a great couch party game, UFC. If everyone has like some experience with fighting games, that's a dope one, for sure. Alright, starting out 1-2 by D. Begley. Backs out of the combination of Alvarez. Ducks under, gets a good uppercut. Ties Alvarez up. Got her pushed up against the fence. Begley's got the underhook here. Good knee on the inside by Álvarez for a second. Begley's trying to figure out how to make some distance. Oh, good job. Good elbow and knee from Álvarez. Framing off of Begley. Starting to rotate her off the fence now. Change positions on Begley. Álvarez looking like she's got the better technique in the clinch. Was trying to feel out Begley for a second, but already trying to outside trip her. Trying to throw a body to the back. Begley keeps composure here. Good takedown defense so far from Begley. Nice. Over-under on the fence. Little shot from Álvarez. Can you not download the Xbox app and go through Game Pass? I discovered that not too long ago. I can't remember the last time I booted up. I don't know if UFC 4 is on Xbox Game Pass for PC. Because Xbox Game Pass for PC is different from Xbox Game Pass on Xbox. So I don't know if the UFC 4 game is on the Xbox Game Pass for PC. I could check though. If it is, I'll download it, bro. I don't give a fuck. I might also be wrong, but didn't Volk also Batista fuck Aldo way back in 2019 like the exact same way? Damn, big combinations from Álvarez. Big step and elbow from Begley. Damn, they went in throwing there for a second once they separated from the clinch. But Álvarez is back into the clinch here, trying to get that outside trip with double unders. But Volk, I'd have to rewatch the Aldo fight. It's been a long time since I watched that, but he may have. Yeah, check it. Yeah, I appreciate that, Horix. Check if the PC Xbox Game Pass has UFC 4, because I might get it, and then I'll just play it in between rounds or in between fights. That would be sick, actually. That'd be super sick. Knee to the body by Álvarez. Sapping the gas tank of Begley here. Another knee. Big uppercuts to the body from Álvarez. Good job by Begley to turn her head off the fence and then get an elbow. Now they're throwing in the phone booth here. Álvarez is still throwing though. Staying in the pocket and working. Told Begley, hey, if you're going to throw and separate, then let's throw and separate. But Begley closes distance back with the double unders. Now she's trying to get the outside trip. Pulls Álvarez backwards. Now she's on top in half guard. Álvarez tried to get her hips above, but couldn't do it. Begley followed her. Álvarez gets her full guard back. Good takedown from Begley. He did like a loser. Damn. Crazy how much you hate your own countrymen, Ben. It's crazy. All right, Álvarez doing a good job here to scramble and get back up, but Begley with the front headlock. She could knee her to the head here. She's got to push up against the fence. Álvarez separates. Big elbow by Begley. Straight to the body, then a lead hook up top. Álvarez gets back into the clinch. Dang, bro. You guys are throwing whenever they can. They do clinch back up a little bit, though. Good round. Good round so far. They're just throwing, like, really heavy shots. Not any, like, you know, point fighting, at least when they separate. They're really trying to knock each other out. Good lead hook from Álvarez on the separate, and then a two. Begley trying to throw back. Good jab from Begley. Step in elbow again from Begley. 1-2. Álvarez trying to throw it back. Looks like Begley's getting the better of these exchanges. Overhand from Begley. Spinning back kick to the body. Blocked. Begley doing a good job just keeping Álvarez pushed back, though. Hook to the body. But then Álvarez comes back with a one rear hook. Begley keeping her hands kind of low. Good jab by Begley. Álvarez trying to find an angle. Moving side to side a little bit. Begley comes in with a combination. Stops for a second and hits an overhand. Álvarez closes distance with the double underhooks. Pushes her up against the cage. Álvarez still trying to work that outside trip, but can't just keep repeating that takedown. Good knee from Álvarez. Elbow on the inside from Álvarez. I think Álvarez might win this round. I think she's gotten a little bit better of these kind of spots here. The takedown for Begley was good, but I think Álvarez just landed more knees here. Begley's landed a ton of elbows, though. Oh, good combination as they break from Álvarez, then an elbow. Good elbow from both. 1-2-1 from Álvarez. Begley trying to keep her back with an overhand lead hook, but Álvarez comes back into the clinch. Framing off her face, lands a 2, then a 1. Álvarez just walking down Begley, but Begley's still throwing back. Trying to leap in with her shots, though, Begley. She's going to probably run into something big if she keeps up like that. All right, round 1 down. Whew. That's a tough round to score, honestly. That's a tough round to score. I think I would give it to Álvarez, but that's a tough one, I will say. Appreciate everyone coming by the way. Don't if you haven't already, if you want to drop a like to help get more people in here, I'd appreciate it. Appreciate you. And I got my picks for UFC 314 posted up. And I think the parlay I said earlier was parlay from earlier. I said, just as a recap for anyone who may have came in, I said Tulio, I said Arosa, I said Jandaroba, said Reyes. Because Reyes is an underdog. I'd say Reyes is a good single bet as well. Put a lot, I'd say, on Reyes because he's riding that 2-fight finish streak. He's gained a lot of his confidence back, and that's what you need with Dominic Reyes. You need him to feel confident. So that's what I would say. Those are my big boy predictions there. All right, we're going to get into round 2. Haven't had a round 2 in a second. Here we go. All right. Front kick first thing from Alvarez. Begley trying to push back. Spinning back kick misses from Alvarez. Begley ducks under the 2. Tries to get a wrap, but couldn't do it. Alvarez hits on the break. Good step into. Elbow from Alvarez. Wobbles Begley a bit there. Begley comes back in throwing, though. Good lead head kick. Blocked by Alvarez, though. Begley feinting the spin. Keeps just running in. She does just come straight in, though. Alvarez could throw when she's coming in. Begley ducks under and throws a couple little 2-punch combination, then wraps up in the double unders, pushes Alvarez up against the fence. She knows she has to wrestle a little bit harder right now on Alvarez against the fence. If she makes any sort of separation, the elbows and knees seem to work a little bit better for Alvarez. So she needs to just keep chest to chest and try to take her down. That's probably Begley's best bet here. Begley trying to work this underhook, but Alvarez doing a good job moving her head back and forth, trying to change direction. Thinking about a guillotine here. Thinking about a ninja choke. She's pulling that. She's feeding that hand all the way through the neck. She's got it all the way through, but the chest isn't on top of the head. She's starting to feed it down. Ninja choke's locked in. She's pulled her head under her chest now. Oh, this is locked in. This is locked in. Ninja choke. She's about to tap. She's tapped. Ninja choke. Ninja choke, baby. And that's how you beat a Batista, Ben. You ninja choke his ass. You ninja choke his ass, Ben. Great ninja choke from Alvarez. Love to see a ninja choke. One of the most entertaining submissions out there because it stops the crotch sniffers so damn well. Goddamn love a good ninja choke. Good stuff. Good stuff. Another finish. Damn. Sorry, my balls dropped there. Another finish. All finishes so far. Very nice. She did a good job because she knew whenever she was feeding the ninja choke, her head was like here. So you have to have the chest over the head to finish that ninja choke. So she was keeping her head in, and on top of that, just to make sure it didn't pop out, then she was like kind of feeding it under and under. At that point, you need to Begley, you need to bail and roll. Like you need to just roll out. Like you need to accept that she caught you in something, and you needed to do, the eject button and bail and roll out and then scramble. It's the price you have to pay for letting yourself get caught in a ninja choke. That's just what you have to do. Yeah, dude, I watched the Scottish Twister that Hadley got. That replay was fantastic, dude. That's sick. I didn't know you could even do that. Have like the body lock and they spin out of it and you still have that foot hooked on a leg that's hanging in the body lock. And then you just like kind of use your torso and twist their torso. I've never seen that before. I've never heard of that submission actually. So that opened my mind to a lot of cool things. Very cool submission from Hadley. I was rooting for Hadley too. I retweeted him out and he liked my tweet. He liked my tweet. I want to be a fight companioner. Yeah, no, that was cool. I'm so happy for Hadley. Hadley pulled out. Yeah, I won $100 on that Scottish Twister horse. Dude, yeah, if you weren't betting Hadley by submission, Hadley by submission is was a great bet for that fight. Super good bet for that fight. Yeah. It sucks I was too busy to watch anything last night. I had to just see clips. The first sub that had me hyped up and standing. Well done, buddy. For sure. That's a great bet. All right. Now we're getting to a good fight here. Two guys making their pro debuts at 25 and 21. This is what I like. I like when we got young dudes fucking debut, and we're going to see what they're all about. 21 years old. 73 centimeter reach, I guess, versus 70 centimeter reach is what I'm assuming. or 0.7. I don't know how I'm an American, so metric system when I'm looking at stats is fucking me up. Bad news. UFC 4 is a no-go. UFC 5 is on... UFC 5 is on PC Game Pass? I can actually unironically nail his accent. Dude, I know I don't have the British or Australian accent, so I can't, like, just adjust a few couple things to do the Hadley accent. But I wish I could make fun of Hadley's accent. It's pretty funny. So wait, UFC 5 is on the Game Pass for PC? Horrocks? No joke? Because if so, you've unlocked something for this stream and what we're gonna do between fights going forward probably. Because that's hype as fuck. Definitely gonna be just switching between Fight Companion and UFC 5. Yeah, dude. As is NHL. I don't play NHL. No offense. If you do play NHL, NBA 2K, or Madden, if you play any of those, hey man, I play UFC, so I can't make fun of anybody. Although I'm in the UK, so it might be different in the US. Oh, you're so right. It could be. Oh, it could be. I hope not. I don't see any reason why it should. Like, why would UFC 5 be on PC in one country but not on PC in another? That doesn't make sense to me. I know some games do that. For, like, Japan and China sometimes do that with their games. Maybe. Oh, man. I hope I'm not getting my hopes up because I didn't buy UFC 5 just because I knew I was going to be going to PC, so I didn't bother. But you may have just opened something up for me, my friend. We will see. We will see. Neither do I, to be honest, but they've got the Winona Fighter song. Oh, yeah. So it must be a win for a game. That's funny. Oh, I haven't even been listening to this post-fight speech. What's she saying at the end? She calling out anyone? Okay. Talking about getting in touch for her for June or July. Okay. Hopefully we see her again. I like watching Álvarez. She's really fun. I like the Muay Thai. I like anyone who's going to be throwing heavy knees and elbows. Only other sports game I played was FIFA, and I got spat on last time we played because my rage bait was too good. My friends are animals. Dude, I bet you Australians get fucking crazy doing couch co-op or couch party games. Bet y'all get venomous. Y'all get probably fucking venomous at each other. Dude, I only played FIFA. I played FIFA like a handful of times in my freshman year dorm. It wasn't for me though. It's such a sweaty game. FIFA is one of the most sweaty games I have ever seen. So I couldn't get into it. People are too well established in how to play it, and it wasn't something I was willing to learn. Yeah, FIFA is definitely one of the most sweaty games I've ever played. My cat is going crazy. Hold on. Buddy, stop. Calm down. Go somewhere. You are not going to be fed for another hour. Wait. Oh, alright. Oh, she's signing little kids' gloves as she's leaving. That's nice. That's inspiring. That gets the people going. Oh, I'm excited for the next one. Because I think these guys are lightweights too. So oh wait, Basco is going to be like at around 170. Fofirca, at least his last fight was at lightweight. So Basco is definitely going to have a size advantage. But Fofirca has the height and reach advantage, which is very interesting. So who knows? Might be some 21-year-old youth that we're not seeing here. Even between 21 and 25. 25 is when you're like, I have one ache. I have one ache or pain that is starting to become a problem. That's what 25 is as you slowly enter into your body breaking down. 21, you're still good. 21, you're still firing on all cylinders. 100%. Too toxic. We have to be calm now because we lost a friend due to a little wrestling getting out of hand, turning into a glass being pegged at the other's head, and he ducked and it shattered all over the room. Damn. Yeah, no, that is insane. Can confirm with UFC. Yeah, no, that's fucking nuts. Goodness gracious. Me and my friends get a little wild. We never got that crazy. I don't even like wrestling. I do jiu-jitsu and I'm striking now. I don't like wrestling with friends. I hate that shit. That shit annoys the fuck out of me. But I still do it a little bit. But Most of the time I'm like, get the fuck off me. Can confirm with UFC 5 I can play it on the PC app with an ultimate sub. Can't download it just via cloud streaming. Oh, then we're totally doing it. We're totally doing it. And it wasn't either of their houses, and now we don't see Mr. Glass Thrower. Oh, well, that's good. It seems like the guy who was the problem throwing glass is at least not a part of the group. I mean, that seems like the worst part, in my opinion. All right. Are homies walking out now? Is that what I'm hearing? They got the crowd cam going. They just got the crowd cam going around. They're not even saying anything. Yeah, definitely a little bit of hang time. Can't keep having these finishes. Uh-oh. No, we are announcing. Okay. I think we're getting Fofirca coming out. I'm gonna have to call him like Antonio or something. Fofirca is like a really hard name to say. I'm probably saying it wrong too. No one wants to. I always stuffed and accepted and always allowed an easy tab like 95% of the time. No one wants to wrestle that. There you go, Ben. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to go check. Because I got rid of Game Pass. But if I could use it for my stream, bro, I'm totally doing it. Yeah, UFC 5 on the stream is going to be so hype. And if anyone wants to... If you can... I don't know if you can do it cross-platform from UFC 5. Well, no, you probably can't because you're doing it on the Xbox app. So you just invite them through Xbox, right? So maybe you can do it cross-platform. So if that's an obstacle for some people, then oh well. But yeah, if we can get some people coming in who want to fucking play a round or two in between, that'd be pretty sick. No one wants to Taporia fight here. Good question. Let me ask. Let me ask our friends at Tapology. Ilya Taporia. Okay, dude, this Jai Herbert walk away. How he was this is one of the coolest pictures for sure. So you don't even see his AMI career. He beat Yusuf Salal first. That's crazy. Nope, he was on Cage Warriors and Brave CF. And then like UFC at 8-0. To go into UFC at 8-0 and like make this run, this is a great run. Yusuf Salal is doing well. Damon Jackson's a pretty good second fight. He took down Ryan Hall's O. Jai Herbert's a great one at lightweight. Bryce Mitchell was a great one. Josh Emmett's a great... This is an excellent featherweight run to the title, bro. It's excellent. 5 performance bonuses in a row. That's crazy. The fact that he didn't get one for Ryan Hall is actually crazy. He should have 6 performance bonuses in a row. He should have one for Damon Jackson. The fact that he got 2 first-round finishes in his second and third fight and didn't get a bonus is fucking crazy. He was in the crowd 2 weeks ago. They went nuts for him. Oh, that's sick. You know what's funny? I'm being dead ass. At least 60% of Friends Wrestle has that one guy who gets close on a guillotine and everyone's surrounding saying, just tab dude falling by and guy bottom guessing it. No, 100%. I've definitely seen people screwing around wrestling and then I hear someone get joking. You can hear him doing that thing where it's like the... And it's... It's like, bro, let him go. Oh, dude. It could not be me, bro. Could not be me fucking snarling, getting choked out. Alright, can we get our co-main event, please? I would like to get to our co-main events. Be very nice if we could. Alrighty. I need a... Is that just because there's a lot of words on that? I see my little chat highlight. Okay, it covers it depending on how long the message is. Alright, that's cool. I might have to adjust some things, make it look a little bit better. But the stream's coming together. It's starting to look really good. I like the standing bit now. It's honestly not that bad to stand. Compared to sitting, the sitting is way more uncomfortable for 4 hours straight. You know? Especially if you can move around a little bit, rock side to side, you'll be good. Yeah. Okay. Catchweight. They're not saying the weight, though. Oh, 72.9 kilograms. What's 72.9 kilograms in pounds? I'm sorry. I'm so fucking American. 72.9. All right, they're saying they're lightweights. So they're 160 for this catch weight. Okay. So really no size advantage either way for both guys in terms of the weight cut. So we'll see. Should be pretty equal. Fofirca's got the reach advantage and height advantage. It's always a partial fear that one or the other is taking it mad serious, like the glass door. You never know. 100%. Yeah, even I'm guilty of like when like you're getting annoyed at one of your friends and they're like not stopping, and then your friends are laughing because they don't know if you're being like fake mad or like just ha ha mad or like real mad. 100%. That happens all the time. As long as you can just come together as boys afterwards, say you're sorry, be chill, say I love you, kiss your homie goodnight and all that, you know. All right, cool. We got some promo for my dudes. I hope you guys can't hear my cat outside the door. If you can, I apologize, but I'm gonna probably feed them in like 30 minutes, maybe earlier, so I can just get them to stop yelling. It's crazy. I built my cats, actually. Sorry if anyone leaves this chat because I'm fucking talking my cats because we got promo for a second. Alright, I talked about UFC 314, so I'm going to talk about my fucking cats. So I built them a catio. So, like, you can open up the window, and it comes out to a little shelter that's screened in. It's got a little roof on it, and they can come out of the window and be in a little, like, deck area for themselves. And we're going to add some more shit inside it, so that's pretty chill. And it makes their quality of life better. So that's pretty chill. I wish I had closed captions for this Spanish interview UFC Fight Pass. That would be sick. You know what I'm saying? But I guess not. That's cool. I didn't want to know what this guy was saying anyway when you're promoting this fight to me. It's chill. It's chill. Now I don't know who's going to win. I still think Basco is going to win because of the style matchup. I think he's going to submit him. That's how I feel, but I don't know. These guys are very well matched, especially with the experience and the finishes from both guys. Fofirca's got more submissions though, and homie earlier that was in here was saying Fofirca was the striker. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh my gosh, it's playing fucking Skylar Grey. In my kingdom away. Someone's got their screensaver of Conor McGregor up on their phone in the crowd. That's too funny. Oh my gosh. That's too funny. If I was in the crowd, I would be hoping. Yes, lad, we doing UFC. I think UFC starts at 6. Am I correct? I think we might be doing UFC, at least for a little bit. I don't know if I can do the whole card, but we can definitely do UFC for a bit. And I want to know if I get these prelims right, because the early prelims, I think I made pretty good predictions. Because this is not an easy card to predict, I think, this time around. It's some close matchups here and there. Like, I love this Darren Elkins 29-11 and 30-11. That's pretty awesome. Pretty cool you can just find two vets like that who have this close alike records, and it's like just kind of the perfect timing for both of them. Very winnable fight. Everyone's got a winnable fight on their hands, in my opinion. That's what I like about this card. Everyone's got a winnable fight on their hands. Except for who has the least chance of winning their fight today? Let me see. Who has the least amount of chance to win their fight today? And by the way, we got both guys walking out now. Who's got the lowest chance to win? It's either for me. Let me see how many finishes Haley Cohen has. That's the only thing I would be worried about with Haley. Not as many. She's still got a decent amount. Obviously not as many as Cornoli. I'm leaning between Cornoli and Raposo. I feel like they're probably the two that have probably the least amount of hope from the fighters at large. John Silva on parlay, Bryce on the live bet. Damn, bro. Yeah, you got to get Bryce on the live bet. I was listening, just smoking Catio is funny as hell. Dude, I'm telling you, the Catio is dope as fuck. If you have a chance to build one at any point and you have cats, it's so sick. You can build like a little hammock in there for him. Put toys in there for him. Sick. Bryce on live bet. Hopefully no poor souls have to do that once they see him winning the exchanges in the grappling and it looks rough. That would be scary. Ooh, hold on. Apparently they're talking about our homie Antonio Fofirca's gym. Let me see. Apparently it's a really good gym. Let me check it out. Black Panther gym? What's that? Who we got in this gym? David Moore at 6-10. Roman Stakov 9-4. Some good records. Alvaro Ucindo 5-0. And these are pro bouts? Are these amateurs? Is this an amateur record? Nah, it's a pro record. Okay. Some good talent in here. Oh, and Nacho in the main event. They're both out of this gym. Okay. I think I was just I'm allergic. Oh, that sucks, bro. Yeah, my best friend's allergic too. He found out when he was a kid because he was sleeping and the cat's like slept next to him and he woke up fucking gasping for air. I think Patty is a trap that backed him but don't feel good about it. I also backed Patty. I'm also uncomfortable about it because obviously Chandler can do what he did to Dan Hooker, what he did to Patty. That's possible. I do think Patty has a good chin though. He has been rocked, but I think he does actually have a good chin. And I think he's looked really strong in the grappling. And I mean that in like the literal sense of like strong. Like Charles Oliveira, when he's got you pushed up against the fence, he doesn't look like a big, strong guy. But once he gets you in a body lock, Charles Oliveira will like pick you up and rock you around. Maybe Patty's takedowns aren't that good, but once he gets on the ground, similar to Mejicano, I think Patty is like that extra level of strength in like that top half guard position. So that's why I feel good about that. I feel like he's going to get the back. It's going to be a lot more dangerous than if Charles gets the back when it's against Michael Chandler. I feel like when Charles is trying to submit Michael Chandler, it's harder. But when it's Patty trying to submit Michael Chandler, I think he does it a little bit differently. I know it's hard to explain, but that's why I feel a little more confident in Patty. But the knockout, I think, is a lot more risky this time than it would in like a Charles Oliveira fight, right? Like Chandler could knock out Patty. My ancestors were afraid of cats apparently. Damn, bro, that sucks. Sorry for your ancestors. Was David Mora on PFL last night? I remember Mora yesterday. Good question. I was only just catching up on clips and stuff. See, PFL. Oh, that wasn't the right one. PFL. What was June 11th? Oh, I guess it was. Wait, is that today? Oh, I guess it's the other. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. But no, I need to find the one from yesterday. Where's it at? I'm going to just go to the main page and find it. Is this being silly on the search bar? Mora. No. Was he on the card but moved? No. Doesn't look like it. Damn, bro. Who is she? She looks like a Russian sleeper agent, like Honeypot. Does she not? Bro, tell me that. And she's Russian, too. Tell me this doesn't look like a Russian sleeper agent like Honeypot. You can't tell me she doesn't. Sorry, I know that's sidetrack. But, oh, this dude has a scouter on? That's sick. Sorry, I'm getting, like, ADHD distracted hardcore right now. He was in the Black Panther gym list. Oh, his name sticks out. His grappling is unreal, but I think his stand-up is overrated. And the way Chandler fights on his shield, Patty would get caught. I think Patty's stand-up is also overrated. I like his lead kicks. His lead kicks are very similar to Duplessis in that way. I think Patty and Dricus Duplessis actually have a lot of alignment. Patty and Dricus Duplessis, I think, have a lot of alignment in a lot of places, but Patty focuses in it more on that jiu-jitsu. So that makes it interesting to me. Hope to God it's not like the London card, a snooze fest, and spent fortunes on that fucker. Dude, this card, no way that UFC 314 is going to be boring. Maybe some of the prelims will flop. maybe some of the prelims were fought, but that main card looks good. Like, that's a good main card. Let me just go to that Black Panther gym list, and I can just go to his page and see it from there. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to go through this. I hate that it won't just fucking do the last name. Or it's doing the glitch again. I have to go. Why is it doing that? Yeah, the Tapology fucking geeks out so much and doesn't pop up in the search. I don't think I'm ever going to see a Scottish Twister live again. That Hadley thing going to stay in the MMA psyche forever. Yeah, dude, that was a great one. Really, really fucking gave a highlight to the UK fans after the London card. Apologies, I've just looked him up. He was on BKFC last week. Okay. Mad corny as hell. Main card horny as hell. 100%, bro. Horny like the double accidental bar. Bro, I'm a songwriter for real. True. Yeah, dude, this main card is so good. Who you backing for Volk versus Loeb? I have Volk 4th or 5th. I think Volk could get a finish. That's a thing that a lot of people are afraid to say, RM. I ain't afraid to say it. You saw, look, people are like, oh, well, Lopez was like, it was short notice for Lopez 2 against Ige, and Ige had to weigh in heavier, blah, 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 blah. He still got really tired, more tired than you would like to see. He looked better in the Ortega fight, but I am super nervous about what a Volkanovski can do. If he does really well in the first round, Volkanovski does, in the 4th or 5th, if Diego Lopez is breathing really hard, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough, especially if Volkanovski's not getting easy takedowns and getting good ground and pound. But I think Diego Lopez is really tough, so I'm not really leaning on a Volk finish. I don't think that's the most likely thing, but I think people are not putting enough stock into a Volk finish as they maybe should be, like a late rounds TKO or something. I think Stevie Ray said he wants at least one more fight in PFL. He was practically the inventor of it, so you've still got hope, Ben. Dude, how about that Bellator fighter who or Cage Warriors fighter who got a buggy choke and then on his second fight was just trying it again over and over and they got finished. That was too funny. The buggy choke dude. All right, here we go. Pro debut for both dudes. Round 1. Here we go. It's exciting. Southpaw. Oh, wow, 1-2 immediately! But for Fofirca, and he knocked him out cold in 10 seconds! 10 seconds! 10 seconds! Oh my god. Fofirca just knocked Basco out with a 1-2. 1-2. 1-2 and he was done. 1-2, he was done. Oh my god. And followed up with nasty elbows on the ground. That's his debut. His debut is a 10-second knockout. And then that guy's debut is a 10-second loss. Dude. Talk about a fork in the road of two guys' careers. Being the guy who gets the 10-second finish and being the guy who got finished in 10 seconds in your debut. That's fucked. They're saying he's never showed this type of KO power. Oh my god. They've got the gas out. Oh, they putting gas on homie? Like a little mask over him? I hope he's okay. Yeah, 1-2 missed from him initially, and then he came back in. He countered the outside leg kick with the 1-2. Yeah, Basco was really pissed, apparently. Oh, heartbreaking. Damn, bro. How they're trying to get me to fill the type between all these fights. I'm having to figure out things to fucking talk about. Every fight's ending so fast. Yeah, I hope he's fine. Yeah, me too, bro. That was nasty. Yeah, especially the follow-up elbows and stuff. Damn, bro. Yeah, being a good sportsman afterwards. Being a good sportsman afterwards. Dude, that's gotta suck if you're any sort of supporter for that guy Basco. If you're his coach, if you're his team, if you're a fan in the crowd watching at home, that's gotta gut you. That's gotta gut you to see that. And they're back to the girl who made the heart sign on the walkout. Why are we back on this lady? Jesus. That's okay. Just went back and looked. It was a torch to check his eyes. Okay, thank God. Yeah, just checking the pupils and whatnot. Alright. Well, now we're waiting for the main event. I don't know how long they're going to make us wait. They're going to have to play all the promo and stuff that they probably got for the main event, even though they played it like 5 times. That could be a WoW record. Might be a WoW record. Yeah. Man, that was awesome. Just showed my roommate that holy shit, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Oh my God, I saw the adults in the crowd lifted up their beers at the camera. And I saw a little girl. It looked like for a sec she was drinking a beer. I was, hold up. Should these finishes fucking the card? Yeah, no, the pacing, the poor production team having to deal with all these fast ass finishes. I feel for him, but we got the post fight interview. He's so happy. Very fast finish. Quickest KO in the history of WoW. Look at that. Giving props to his opponent. Fair, because he's probably super upset. He brought out my best version. My best version is a 1-2 down the fight. Throw a paper plane contest. Yeah, we need a paper plane contest to pass this time, to be honest. Paper plane contest is going to be the only thing. Sorry, I'm squatting, stretching my legs. Oh. Alrighty. Yeah, that 1-1-2. I mean, it was just accurate. And he followed through with his body, just right down the pipe, cut the plane. It's really good too. I mean, he was doing that thing when you like jab. The only problem, I mean, look, it's an impressive knockout, but these are the things that get me. Is he's throwing his jab, bop, bop, but he's doing that really bad habit where you're bop, bop, and that rear hand's coming back like this because you already are. You're telegraphing that too, like he knows like bop, bop. Oh, and this is already coming. So, I mean, yeah, if you're doing a good job, like, putting the jab, like, in his eyes and, like, face, and it's really hard to see, you know, you can make mistakes. It's just a matter, is your opponent going to notice that you just did that? That's how I feel about it. But, great knockout. Good pro debut. Dana low-key told them to drag it out as long as possible so that it transitioned to the UFC prelims. Horrocks, get out of my head. That's what I was just looking at. I was looking at the time. I was like, 4:30. I'm like, main event. I mean, if these fights actually went the way they were supposed to, you probably make enough time to like transition right into it, like you said, and that would be nice. But doesn't look like they're gonna be able to, unless they like make you. Oh, yo! She was about to flash the camera. Yo, check when they blacked out, when they were blacking out the lights. And then they went to the octagon. They were going from the crowd cam, blacked out, and then went to the octagon. Back that up and watch that lady. She was pulling her titty out. She was just straight up pulling her titty out, showing some titty. There's like no chat to response delay today. Whatever you're doing, setting up really worked. I'm doing a better job, Ben. I'm trying to respond as soon as I see it. And also, I've tried to turn down as much of the latency things as possible. Like, trying to make it as low latency as possible. But I know sometimes you'll get settings in YouTube that'll fuck with it, but also in OBS that fuck with it. So it's just trying to figure out what the best thing to do is. But I appreciate you noticing. Because the latency is one of the most annoying things, for sure. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that. I'm like, damn, bro, got some hedonists up in here. Spain don't fuck around. Gotta find me a Spanish senorita, apparently. Holy moly. She fucking did. Yeah, she did, I'm telling you. That's crazy. Wild up in Spain. They're partying, apparently. My, my, my fiance, whenever she was in Italy living there for a bit, she was there after they won. It was a few years ago, like 2021, 2022, when they won not the World Cup, but like the European Championships, pretty much. I don't know what it's called in soccer, but like when it was like the European Championships and Italy won and they went fucking crazy, man. That was wild. She said it was wild to see how hard they celebrate in the streets and like just wreck shit. Not wrecking shit, but they're getting pretty wild after that. You know, she saw the camera and thought about it, pulled the shirt, and got me too horny. Even though I was running out from Decheva Fantasy, she's trying to hold you over, bro. Trying to keep you active. That's what the girl in the crowd was thinking about. She's like, hold on, I gotta keep them going. Giving you no breaks. The Euros. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, I'm so ignorant on so many sports, so if I'm saying something dumb, just correct me. Looks like our announcer is introducing our last fight. Oh no, they're talking about WoW 21. This announcer is putting in extra hours today. Usually they got commercials and promo to talk about all this stuff, but this announcer is doing all the promo for him apparently. But let me see. If I you know what I'll do for UFC? I'll probably do UFC main card. I'll do UFC main card tonight because I need to take a break and eat stuff and get some things done, take care of my animals, do some stuff around the house. I'll come back for the UFC main card tonight, and that'll be really fun. Probably got you everywhere but hockey and badminton and lacrosse. He's got some energy. Yeah, dude, this guy's got a ton of energy. I mean, honestly, those prelim bouts kept him working too, I bet. Those look pretty hype. Why are they all shining their lights for? I wish I knew what they were saying. Oh, people are hugging. What are we all shining our lights for? Or squash. I don't know what the fuck squash is. Yeah, I don't even know what that is either. I know what hockey, badminton, and lacrosse is. I know those games. I don't know anything about them. Are we doing a concert right now? Oh, they're playing Seven Nation Army, baby. They got the lights in the crowd too, waving them bitches back and forth. Very nice. Look, you got Shadowbox, and I'm gonna be air guitar in here soon. I'm gonna get everything on this stream. My goodness. This is such a interesting event. I'm assuming they didn't actually sell tickets. Yeah, no, Ben. Almost everyone who learns guitar or bass, this is like one of the first songs you gotta learn because it's such a good way to just pick up the basics of guitar. This is the perfect song. I love this song for learning guitar. It's a great one. And then it's funny because he uses uses a pedal between the chorus and the verse to like use it for the bass, use it for the guitar. So that's pretty cool. How him and his ex-wife, I think. I don't think they're together anymore. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Jack White got some bangers though. Jack White's got some bangers besides this song. It's got some bangers. He's like he looks like Johnny Depp and Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance put together. That's what he looks like to me. Not in terms of his music, but what he looks like. Looked like that entire top section behind the DJ was empty, so I'm guessing they... That's exactly what I was about to say, Horrocks, but then they started playing the music and I got off the topic. I was about to say the same thing. I don't think they sold any tickets, or they didn't like have them on sale for the upper areas. I don't think they did, which is probably smart, right? I mean, I don't know if there's like a difference in renting when you only sell tickets to certain areas. I don't know the logistics of all that. Dude, these guys look absolutely shredded. I can't imagine. I mean, I have a six pack and stuff, but I can't imagine being that shredded. That looks like a lot of work and a lot of water draining since they're weighing in. You know the Seven Nation Army backstory? No, I don't, Ben. Hold on. Give me the lore. Give me the lore. You're my lore guy. Ben, you're my lore guy 100%. I come to you when I need lore. We got a few other lore experts on the channel who come by every so often. A few lore experts. You're my primary guy, though. Alright, now we're getting promo coming into this fight. I was thinking that these guys are very well physiqued. I want the lore. Yeah, for real. What you got, Ben? Let us know. What's the Seven Nation Army lore? Something about the... Because I know the lore behind Under Pressure, where David Bowie and fucking Freddie Mercury were doing tons of cocaine. That's all I know. No, I was saying you do, but let me find out. Oh! No, I don't know this. I know about a bit about the production, but I don't know about, like, any secret lore. I thought that's what you were saying. My bad. Oh, people wearing, like, Black Panther gym, like, merch. Some of the team members, I imagine. Again, closed captions would be amazing with this, but it is what it is. So Venezuela versus Spain. Oh, I forgot to. Let me scroll up on. In fact, I can zoom in a little bit, make it a little bit more pronounced. There we go. Look a little bit better. I like this website. It looks better than Tapology. I mean, but I have to switch back to Tapology when I want to look up any stats. But this is cool. They wrote the riff on the sound check before a show in Australia. That's amazing. That's so cool. Lore didn't disappoint at all. Oh, yeah. That's sick. Yeah. I love lore like that. I was a huge Beatles fan, like, as a kid. And then, obviously, I'm still a Beatles fan now. But I used to, like, love learning about little stories and shit. Yeah, no, I find that stuff super interesting. What is the catch weight for this one? So, like, what... So, let me look up Henry Escalona. See what weight he's usually at. Henry Escalona. Oh, he's playing Kendrick! They Not Like Us. He's playing They Not Like Us. Let's go! I love it. Damn, he's a featherweight? His thighs were thick. Oh, he's 5'7", so he's a little bit shorter. He looks like he is a thick boy for featherweight. He's a thick boy. He's like Ilia Topuria built. God damn. That's a crazy featherweight build from both of these guys, to be honest. These guys got good futures. I don't know why I went off of that. I might need it again. Okay. Alright. They were playing They Not Like Us, but then they stopped. Maybe they were afraid of getting sued from Drake. You're gonna be the lord to my rap single, Horny Like Devil. Like a devil. Oh my lord. It's a dope song he's playing on his walkout. I don't speak Spanish, but sounds good. I'll vibe with it. Oh wait, oh he's Venezuelan, but he works out of Spain. Okay. Okay. So it's still they still got Spaniard fighters in the main event. That's crazy. They're putting one of their own against one of their own, with like these high up records. I would find someone from somewhere else and do it, and I would just keep trying to build up the guys from my country. That's just me though. I understand this. I mean, I understand it's a good matchup, but I'd hate to give one of my own countrymen's fighters an L on their record against someone else who's also their countryman in the main event. Now maybe down lower on the card, okay, but in the main event, you want your crowd to get behind somebody, I guess. That's how I feel about it. Oh, Escalona predicted a second round TKO apparently. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. He had some injury in his arm. I can see the scar actually on the website. I don't know if y'all can see it, but oh no, it goes away after you zoom in a certain amount. Yeah, but he's got like a scar right here across his arm. So I wonder if it was like a broken arm, like his forearm broke, his forearm bone broke. So I don't know. We'll see. That's crazy. That's a shitty injury. Escalona though, getting wiped out. It looks like they found something in the inspection zone. They're having to do something real quick. All right, now he's getting in. Yeah, dude, this guy looks like he is a nightmare. He's in great shape. One specializes that set up with their Friday fight cards typically put all the non-tie fighters further down the card, and the last 4 or 5 are always pretty much tie versus tie. Interesting. Okay, glitched for a second there. We're good though. I keep man, those are the cards I have trouble making is the one fight nights because they're always at they're usually in Asian time zones, so I have a much harder time watching them. I wish I could watch more one. I know they're moving hardcore toward Muay Thai now. Like MMA is becoming way less important for one. If I'm saying that correctly, right? I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's what I've been hearing is that they've been digging more heavily into the Muay Thai and less into the MMA. I am going to just before this main event, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna go feed my cats real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm actually gonna put the BRB on it, so anyone who comes through can see that. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Both men. Appreciate it. Sorry, I didn't realize I muted. I don't even know why I muted. Um, Yeah, no. The 8:30 Eastern time is crazy. Also, Ben telling me to feed them gummies. I give them catnip though, so they get their rocks off. Don't worry. That's too funny. But yeah, having the he gets the good best of those on like in Europe and in Asia, but any of the UFC cards in America are on American time. It's rough for sure for the Australian folks. And then they give you all shit pay-per-views too. That's the thing. All right, Henry Escalona getting his fight announcement now, or his introductions. Alrighty, I'm excited. This is gonna be a good one. Sound has gone again, dude. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was the original message. Alrighty, Nacho. You see what this poll has gotten to at this point. We probably had all right nine votes, and it's still leading Mitchell. God damn it. We need to put positive vibes out, people. I'm just kidding. Appreciate y'all coming through, though. We're here for the main event. Nacho Campos versus Henry Escalona. Both men now been introduced. Both men look very locked in, too. Very calm. Very calm. About to get into our first round. Cage door is about to close. Oh, wait, no, they're bringing him to the center first. Bring him to the center. Gotta do our little face-off here. Both men look very similar in size. Damn, you can see the scar on his arm. That's crazy. Okay. Alright, touch gloves. Wish I could tell what they're saying, but it's all good. Round one. And hopefully it's not a real fast finish. I want a really good fight. I want a really good competitive fight here. Here we go. Cage door closed. Round one. Here it is. Main event. Southpaw Orthodox. Escalona in the Orthodox. Campos in the Southpaw. Good push kick to the leg by Escalona. He's moving to that outside position, constantly moving back and forth, using his footwork, trying to still find distance. Outside leg kick from Escalona. Both men staying tentative for now. Okay, Campos biting on that Escalona jab feint a little bit. Not being too crazy, nothing risky yet. Inside leg kick from Campos. Escalona is just constantly moving to the outside leg. Constantly moving outside. Just throwing out a lot of kicks so far to keep distance. Nothing with power yet. Campos throws a big straight, lands on Escalona, gets him backed up. Oh, 1-2 by Escalona, and then he gets to the body lock on the back, slams down Campos. Campos builds back up in the center of the cage. Trying to break that grip. Escalona separates. Doesn't want to waste energy. Needs to do that close to the cage. 1-2 by Campos. Backs up Escalona again. Front kick from Escalona. Campos going with the 2 first. I like it. Covering distance quick. Making Escalona rush his footwork. Escalona feinting that front kick. Campos still trying to track him down. Escalona trying to feint. Trying to touch that lead hand. Body kick misses from Campos. Ooh, good straight 1 from Escalona. Feint from Campos in with a 2. Gets Escalona backed up. Escalona ducks under into the double leg. Gets Campos down. Campos doesn't have a cage to get up here. He's going for the Kimura in the half guard here. One butterfly hook in. A couple of elbows from bottom from Campos. Escalona trying to work a body lock pass here. Trying to collect the wrist around the hip. A little bit easier to do that against the cage. Now he's starting to pin down that butterfly hook. Nice. He's got it pinned against the waist. He's one step away from passing this guard now. Yeah, here now he's stepping over the leg, using that knee to swipe it to the side. Not rushing. And he goes into half guard. Probably could have gotten in the side. Well, half guard will pin him down a bit better. Now he's collecting the far arm of Campos. Not letting him build a base back up. Very slow jiu-jitsu work here. Because he knows Campos can scramble back up, honestly, really quickly. These guys are both a lot better than everyone else so far in the card. So they're being a lot more, less risk-averse here. Campos still trying to mess with that crossface arm. Using an octopus guard to scramble up. Campos still trying to do it, but Escalona does a good job flattening him back out. Really good octopus guard sweep attempt from Campos. But Escalona did a good job of getting his crossface back in front of him and flattening him back out. But now we're in full guard here. Campos on bottom. Campos trying to work a scissor sweep. Not going to work here. Escalona staying tight, chest to chest, throwing shots to the body. Elbows from the bottom from Campos. Escalona gets a little shot. Good job sweeping up from Campos. Beautiful job. Tree topping the leg, shelving it. Sweeps Escalona on the bottom. Lands some shots against the cage. Keeping hold of that leg, making sure Escalona can't build a base back up. But he lets it go, and Escalona shoots that single now into the double. Campos is back to defending takedowns. Escalona gets him down. Yep. Starts scrambling with the chain wrestling. He's got Campos up against the fence now, trying to collect the legs. But Escalona pushes the face. Stands back up. Ooh, good elbow off the break from Campos. Gets Escalona separated. 2 hooks and an uppercut from Campos. Escalona ducks under again with the double leg. Gets Campos down, though. Butterfly hooks for Campos. Whew. Campos knows he's got that advantage on the feet once they start throwing. Campos starting to build his base back up, but Escalona collects the leg. Back into full guard. All right, I wanted more of a competitive fight here. So this is good. This is good. Escalona, I don't know if he'll be able to keep up this kind of grappling pace, though. Campos thinking about a triangle, maybe. Got both feet on hips, stands back up. Got the tie plum, trying to throw a knee, but Escalona ducks out. 1-2 from Campos, lead hook. Oh, yeah, he feels way more comfortable standing in front of Escalona than Escalona does. He sprawls on Escalona's takedown this time. That's good confidence building going into the round. Throwing a guillotine up to win the round at the end. Flips him over into full mount. That's a good look for the judges. Campos, I think, definitely won that round. Good Campos round. Escalona did good with the takedowns, but I feel like Campos, whenever they got back to the feet and were striking, I have a feeling in terms of damage, Campos should win. But I could see judges slightly leaning maybe to Escalona because of the grappling, because Escalona also did land shots here and there. But in terms of who was getting backed up when shots were landing, it was Escalona. So, I don't know. I would think judges could probably give it Escalona, but I would give it Campos. I feel like damage-wise, Campos was looking good, and that was a real submission attempt at the end. And a good sweep, and shots against the cage from Campos at one point. I don't know. In terms of damage, I like Campos in that round a bit more. That was a nasty crank on the knee that Campos was using on that sweep whenever he was tree-topping the leg, throwing it over. The way he was weaving it through and, like, cupping the thigh on the outside, but, like, kind of torquing that leg and knee, that's a nasty way to control somebody. You can really make their knee super uncomfortable doing that. Round 2. Here we go. Ref keep making sure they're starting on time. No cheating here. No nonsense in this Spanish ref. Like it. Means business. All right. Good 1-2 early. Landed from Escalona. Campos moving forward. Inside leg kick gets countered by Campos. Rocks him hard with that hook. He shoots a guillotine as Escalona gets this double leg. And he's got the arm under the neck. He looks like he's trying to maybe use it to build a base back up, though. He doesn't want to use it for a submission. He is getting more bicep under the head, above the head, though. If he wanted to switch to a guillotine, maybe. But I think Escalona maybe has too good of an angle to move to the defending position. All right, full guard here. Campos still trying to push the head away to make some space, but he's in the center of the cage. So he's going to have a much harder time standing up from this Escalona takedown. But it looks like Campos has a lot in the tank to try and stand back up. Escalona's going to have a tough time keeping up with keeping Campos on the ground. But we'll see. Campos thinking of a sweep from full guard, maybe. He should use a little more of Escalona kind of planting his hands on the mat, maybe using like a shoulder crunch to maybe threaten something. Because right now, like right there, now he's starting to threaten a triangle maybe. Triangle is definitely one step away. Escalona postures up out of it, but that gives Campos a chance to stand up. Campos uses submissions really well to stand up, I will say. But Escalona is just attached to those legs and hips. He's not working on damage, Escalona is. He's only working on control at the moment. But that's going to give Campos an opportunity to maybe stand up or sweep. Campos is doing as much as he can. Like, the fact that he's in the center of the cage, having to do this makes it way harder. Way harder. Especially if Escalona isn't like trying to throw strikes. He's just trying to control him. He's trying to use it. Oh, he's using a Kimura grip with one hand to switch to a triangle. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. He doesn't have the angle and the arm isn't across, but he's throwing elbows from bottom. He's getting the figure four more and more locked in. The figure four is behind the shoulder too. This is going to get tight. He taps! Beautiful triangle submission from Campos. Beautiful triangle submission from Campos. Used one arm to threaten a Kimura kind of grip from the far side and use that to extend it and throw his arms up for the triangle. While he was controlling posture with the head, I think, with the other arm. Or actually using it to kind of base up to get hips leveraged and then throw the leg over. That was really, really impressive. Super good jiu-jitsu from Campos. And he was doing both, right? He was doing attempts to stand up, which makes Escalona commit more to keeping his head and body in to get threatened for triangles and other submissions. And he was also throwing up submissions at the same time. So he's like using the headlock to maybe stand back up, using his full guard submissions to make space to stand up. But if Escalona isn't going to give him that, then the submission will eventually lock in if you keep up that pattern. Beautiful from Campos. And he didn't stop his pace either. It was the same rapid pace of trying to get up and trying to throw up submissions that whole time. Like non-stop movement from the bottom on Campos. That was beautiful bottom guard game from Campos. I love that. I love that. Man, oh man. That was sick. Beautiful triangle. One of the best triangles I've seen in a long time. I love that setup. I'm gonna have to look at that setup actually. Like coming over the back and reaching for a Kimura style grip with one hand and going into the triangle from there. That's a nasty triangle setup. I love that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Getting his gym flag in the front. Showing off. Black Panther gym, man. This Black Panther gym has got some good talent, I will say. This Black Panther gym is coming up. Took away homie's O, too. He took away his O. Up to 6-1. Now Henry is 5-1. That's beautiful. Taking away the O. That's got to be satisfying. Against a guy who was trying to grapple him. He was the one that was initiating all the grappling too. So you gotta give a lot of props for that win. It's gonna make a lot of wrestlers think twice about taking him down now. Jesus, they got like Spanish supermodels in the crowd or something. Not as nice as watching Holzer work, but still impressed. I'll keep an eye on him. Yeah, definitely got to keep an eye on Campos. 28 years old. You get 2 more wins. You got a nice 8-1 record. That's a Contender Series ticket, if I've ever heard one. Contender Series or LFA or... Well, no, he's already on Fight Pass. So I guess Contender Series or Ultimate Fighter. I don't know who the next Ultimate Fighter is. You do Ilia Topuria. You do Ilia Topuria, Islam Makhachev, or Ilia Topuria, Dustin Poirier, or Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira, and you build that fight up. You get some good prospects. You can get some good prospects from any of those kind of camps. You can get a lot of good prospects. That would be a sick Ultimate Fighter. I want a good Ultimate Fighter that actually has like a really exciting fight at the end of it. like lined up. I really want one so bad because now we get DC and Chael, which is cool-ish, but I'm not like as hype about that. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like it feels like a Disney move. That's what it feels like. I would rather I'd rather like a champion who's gonna be fighting for a belt do it, or like really hot contenders doing it that are good shit talkers. That would be a fun Ultimate Fighter too. But yeah, that was a fantastic triangle. Hold on, let me get that. They got the replay playing. I want to kind of see that grip again that he was using. Yeah, the far side wrist and just whoop. That's beautiful. All right, homies. Well, it was really fun. Appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't left a like yet, as you've come through, please leave a like. Please sub if you are not subbed. I appreciate you. We got UFC 314 coming here soon. I'm gonna stream the main card tonight. I probably won't be doing the prelims. If I can get in a little bit earlier and watch some prelims with y'all, I will. But I gotta do a few things, and I'll probably come back for the main card tonight. Main card will be really fun. Main card is what we're all here for. So, with that being said, go check out the prediction video. If you didn't know about my parlay, I didn't mention a parlay in the vid this time. But I think what we're going to go with here, we're going to go with just a quick review on the parlay, the little lay. I'm thinking Marco Tulio, all right? I'm thinking Julian Erosa, all right? Chase Hooper's not worth the price, so don't throw him in there, all right? I just want to point that out. It could be too risky. Jandaroba, and then Reyes. I think that's who you get for your parlay because Reyes is coming in at underdog prices. So that's a good one to throw in there at the end. But that is me. I'll catch y'all later tonight for the UFC 314 main card. Appreciate y'all. See ya.